What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for the Manchester City latest news. So we're going to crack on with the video. First up, we've got an update on Bernardo Silva and his injury. Now, he didn't play for Portugal versus Poland as he had a physical strain. So he did that in the last international break too. We also didn't see him against West Ham away, obviously now as well. We do have Gundogan back, so it eases a little bit of pressure there. But Pep said in his press conference Bernardo Silva was expected to also miss the Lyon game in midweek in the Champions League. But we are expecting to have him back next weekend for selection for the match versus Bournemouth. And going into the big busy fixtures in December, he's most welcome with this injury news. Speaking of international breaks, moves us on to Leroy Sane. He scored for Germany as Germany ended up blowing a 2-0 lead for Germany in the Nations League game against the Netherlands, which saw the Netherlands go through. Ended up finishing 2-2. Not to worry though, nice to see Leroy Sane scoring goals for not just Manchester City but for Germany too. But very interesting, France didn't end up qualifying for the Nations League, whereas England did, so quite an unusual one. But unfortunately for Leroy Sane in Germany, they have been relegated from the Nations League. I think that's all how it works. I think that's all correct. Next up, speaking of international breaks too, we've had Aro Muric. He has won his first cap for Kosovo, so well done to Aro there. Fantastic for him. He starred in net as Kosovo ended up winning 4-0 in their Nations League match versus Azerbaijan. Well done to Aro there, keeping a clean sheet on his debut. We've got more international break news too. Matondo, I hope that's how you say his name, but the Manchester City youth winger, he ended up making his Wales debut coming on as a substitute in the 78th minute during Wales' loss with Albania in a friendly. But well done to Robbie on making his international debut with Wales. Next up now, we're done with the international break. We've got the Times saying that UEFA are going to be introducing VAR in the last 16 as they're going to fast track VAR. It was meant to be introduced for the quarterfinals. They're going to introduce it for the last 16, and I think they're going to be keeping VAR right through the Champions League knockout stages, right through to May into June for the final two. So always nice to see that. Good in my opinion. Now, we've had news from Pep. He got charged, remember, for speaking about referee Anthony Taylor before the Manchester derby. Well, he's been reminded of his actions and he's been told he'll get a big fine if he does it again within the next year. So Pep Guardiola on a final warning, which I saw a lot of fans were unhappy about. Jose Mourinho saying if it was him, he'd be getting a fine, whereas with Pep, he's getting away with it. But Pep escaped punishment, but he's on a last warning. Next up, Vincent Kompany has got a new job. He's not just Manchester City's captain and Manchester City's centre-back, but he's now an advisor at Brazil, a virtual reality company. Vincent Kompany is also an investor at that company, and he's looking to change training as we know it through defending. It gives you a nice 360-degree view of what players can see and learn, and then be able to apply it in training and apply it in games too to help with that. So looking at training methods with defending to help teams defend better, but you can also use it for attack too and make you more alert and aware of where players might be making runs, etc, etc. My opinion though, once he's completed his training, got it all done, and Vincent Kompany wants to retire from football, Manchester City, get him hired, in my opinion. Next up, we've got injury news on Benjamin Mendy. He is out for 10 to 12 weeks, so around January. We originally thought it would be to Christmas to New Year. It looks like it's going to be January, with the timescale being 10 to 12 weeks. Could even possibly be February, but he will be back in time for the Champions League last 16 if Manchester City end up qualifying, which you would expect from the position that we're in. It does leave a little bit to be desired about our left-back situation though, because a lot of rumours are saying that Zinchenko could well leave in January, and if he does, we're left with Fabian Delph and Benjamin Mendy as our two left-backs, and Danilo obviously can play there too. And all three of them names that I just mentioned, Benjamin Mendy, Fabian Delph and Danilo, have all had their fair share of injuries, so it's leaving a little bit of a doubt in my head as to what Manchester City are going to do about this. Pep's also said he's only going to be signing one player between January and the summer, so one player in the next two windows isn't desired. We know we want a defensive midfielder, a player that can slot in and help Fernandinho with cover. Is a left back going to be a position we're also going to look at with this injury news too? You know, I'm leaning towards maybe they might have a look in the market if something becomes available. If something does come available, surely we have to be looking at that. Well, last but not least in the news, City played yesterday. We've all got the match analysis up already. I'm going to leave the link to that at the end of the video if you'll go check me out with my thoughts on that. But Leroy Sane ended up scoring a brace to help Manchester City stay on top of the Premier League. We're still 2 points clear at Liverpool because they won 2. But we're on 35 goal difference, or 35 points and plus 35 goal difference. Absolutely brilliant. We hammered West Ham in their own backyard, 4-0, another comfortable victory over West Ham. We're going into this busy spell now, Champions League football on Tuesday. We've got the match preview coming up for Lyon on Monday, so stay tuned for that one. And then we've also got some transfer news up on Tuesday, latest transfer update. And then we'll have the analysis for Lyon up on Wednesday as we head into the match against Bournemouth next weekend. So we'll have plenty to talk about, plenty of news. We'll have more latest news next week, so stay tuned for that one if you're interested. Make sure you subscribe, press the bell, put your push notifications on to be notified when I have uploaded. But we've got so much football and Manchester City content coming up over the next few weeks, you don't want to miss out on a thing, so make sure that you do subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to leave a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check out my social media in the description below so I can keep you up to date with things that are happening when I'm not on YouTube and things that are happening from minutes within happening with my retweets and things like that, so you can stay up to date. If you're interested in that, follow me on Twitter, link in description along with my Instagram. You can also go and check out my email if you want to hit me with any sponsorships for any videos, or if you want to hit me with any business inquiries or anything. An email is in the description below. And also don't forget to check out my second channel, Jason Sidlow Travelman, and my brother's partner channel, Mixed, do mixology drinks. I'm going to leave the links up to them at the end of the video. If you go and check them out, like and subscribe over there. We've got so much content to go and check out on my channel and on them channels too, so if you're interested in me or anything that I'm saying or anything that I'm doing, stay tuned for that one. We've got some vlog videos coming up as well too, so check that out on Jason Sidlow Travelman. Worthwhile subscribing over there, and I'll see you all again for the next video very soon, tomorrow, for the Manchester City preview against Lyon away in France. So I'll see you then. So it's been JSGC. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.